In this video, we're going to talk about something that many men feel, but few dare to say out loud. Why aren't men attracted to women who have been through several men? And by that, we mean women who have already had many romantic and intimate experiences with different men. This topic is uncomfortable, generates controversy, and touches sensitive nerves. But as always on this channel, we're going to tell it like it is. Without filters. Without political correctness. Get ready to hear a truth that many men understand, but that society wants to silence. 1. Purity has always been valued throughout history and in almost every culture. Female purity has been valued by men. Why? Because men, especially those who want to start a family, want to know that the children they raise are really theirs. And although DNA testing exists today, that biological instinct is still very much present. A woman with few previous partners generates in a man a feeling of exclusivity, deep connection, and authentic commitment. In contrast, when a woman has had multiple intimate relationships before, that bond feels more diluted, less special. 2. The emotional connection wears thin every time a person has an intimate relationship, they form an emotional bond. Women, due to their hormonal nature, tend to become much more emotionally attached to each relationship. But when this happens repeatedly, that capacity for deep connection weakens. Men sense it. And although they can't always put it into words, they sense that a woman who has been with many other men no longer gives herself the same amount of effort. It's as if something has been switched off. 3. Inevitable comparison. When a woman has had many previous experiences, the ghost of comparison is always present. Men feel they must constantly compete with ex-partners, with memories, with past stories. And for the male ego, especially if that man has worked to be successful and valuable, that is unacceptable. Men want to be first, or at least the most important. Not just another in a long list. 4. The double standard, unfair or natural? Many criticize this thinking, saying it's a double standard. Why can men have many experiences and women can't? But the truth is, men and women are not equal. A man's value is recognized for what he has built. A woman's value is recognized for what she has preserved. A man who has had many experiences generally had to work hard to achieve it. A woman just needs to exist. Therefore, each person's life story weighs differently. 5. A woman strolling doesn't convey exclusivity for a man. Choosing a woman is an emotional, financial, and time investment. And when that woman has been through multiple previous relationships, what he feels is that his investment isn't exclusive. It's like buying a luxury car that's already had 8 owners. It works, yes. It may look good, yes. But it's not the same as owning a new one, with a warranty, and knowing that you'll be the sole driver. 6. Fear of the past. Many men don't want to deal with the ghosts of their partner's past. Ex-boyfriends who still text, old relationships resurfacing, constant comparisons, unhealed emotional wound. A woman with many past experiences rarely comes emotionally clean to a new relationship. And a man who has worked for stability doesn't want to carry other people's traumas. 7. The value of exclusivity. Exclusivity always has more value. And we're not just talking about intimacy, but about a sense of belonging, about real emotional intimacy. When a man feels he's the first to explore certain levels of trust, vulnerability, and intimacy with his partner, a deep bond is created. But if she's already shared that same thing with several men before, what makes him different? The connection loses strength. The bond loses its magic. 8. It's not about machismo, but about preference. This isn't hate speech or male superiority. It's a biological, psychological, and emotional preference. Just as there are women who prefer tall, successful men, or men with a certain physique, there are men who simply prefer women with a clean past. And that's okay. It's not hate. It's not misogyny. It's freedom of choice. 9. The male awakening is clear. More and more men are awakening. And they understand that not all that glitters is gold. A woman can be beautiful, educated, and have an active social life, but if she's had dozens of romantic and physical relationships before, many men simply don't want to build anything with her. Because they know the bond will never be the same. Because they understand the value of what is exclusive, pure, and stable. Conclusion: we live in an age where promiscuity is celebrated. But also in an age where men are learning to choose logically and judiciously. A walked around woman can still be a good person. But for many men, especially high-value ones, she's simply not an option for a serious relationship. And not because she doesn't deserve it, but because they've already learned not to invest in something that has lost its luster. Brother, you decide. Your standard is not sexist. It's not retrograde. It's your right as a man. Red Circle. Subscribe for more unfiltered content, without emotional censorship, and with the truths every man needs to hear to wake up. Your transformation begins here. And remember, your peace, your legacy, and your time are not negotiable.